Hi, I'm Paul Bennett from Mercy College, and we're hanging with Sam and Eric from Wess Meets Wess, and we're here for Mercy College's Monday and Wednesday music seminar, and we're checking out their gear, you know, having a little interview.
Sure.
So we love your old music, and we're
Thank you.
really excited for the new music. So
Thank you.
can you tell us like what's going on with that?
Sure. You know, we got a new album EP, a new EP coming out September 4th. It's called Barricades. It's a 4-song EP. We actually recorded it July 2014, so we've kind of been working on it over the year, and it's been done for a few months, but we kind of, I don't want to say sat on it, but let it kind of simmer for a few weeks and months, and we wanted to release it in the fall. And we felt it was more appropriate for a fall setting than like a summer. It's not really like a beach album,
Right.
if you will. But it's, we think it was different in some ways than some of the previous stuff, so it was definitely fun.
Well, yeah, we just put out our last full length in March of 2014, so we also didn't want to kind of just oversaturate with new music.
Right.
And we kind of took a little bit of a different process with this album. A lot of these songs were sort of blueprints in advance when we went into the studio, but we basically just took like 4 or 5 days together in our drummer Andy's studio at Black Hat Studios in White Plains. And we basically like wrote and recorded the whole thing over the course of those 5 days with a lot of post-production happening.
You did a record
the
at
last
that
few months.
studio?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
With Andy.
With Andy. Digs deep. He's got great music too. Check that out.
Thank you. So the writing process for this record, let's go over that. You guys said that you guys have a lot more lyrics on this album than you did before. You did have some lyrics before, but now this is, every song has some lyrics, so.
Yeah, we're starting to embrace the idea of vocals a little bit more in our song. We always liked the idea of vocals, but just as an additional instrument, not so much like a lead singer type thing. In the band.
Using the voice, correct?
Exactly, yeah.
You know, when we feel appropriate, when we think it's good for the song, we're all fans of singer-songwriters and everything in music. So vocals play a big role in a lot of music. Though we love music that's instrumental too. So I think if you listen to it, you'll still feel like it's mostly instrumental, but it's fun to have the vocals when they make sense, and it adds a different dynamic. And just different ways to explore. We've made 2 full lengths now and a couple EPs. We want to explore these different ideas.
Yeah, it allows us to use different influences than we would normally use for some of our newer songs.
I think in general, this EP is the most vulnerable we've ever been. It's also, I think, some of the most aggressive music we've ever made. So it's just like a 1-2 punch. It's 4 songs, 25 minutes, just in and out.
It's real short for us.
It's really short for us.
Right.
The last
right to the point.
Yeah. There's no 10-minute ambient intro. I mean, I still love that kind of stuff, but this is really kind of a concise version of what we do. The next album will probably have 10-minute intros.
Oh yeah. We're not still getting away from that.
Yeah. So, it's definitely weird. We wrote this a year and a half ago, so it's weird to have it come out so far later, because now it's like I feel like we're in a different place of music we're writing now, but this has to come out.
So you guys do you guys write together, or does each person write a song, or how does that?
This is the most collaborative we've ever been on this EP.
It's a little bit of both on this one.
I brought I brought some ideas, the first 2 songs, ideas to the band, and then everybody kind of just did their thing and added to it and changed it completely. And then Nick brought the 3rd song almost completely done. I mean, we added our flavor and made it official Wess Meets Wess, but he brought that song, and then Andy brought the 4th song. So it's really nice to have everybody kind of writing and bringing songs to the table, which wasn't always the case in the past. And so it's funny that they'll bring a song to the table that is more Wess Meets Wess than songs that I brought. So it's very cool and fun to have that happen.
Yeah, and I know for me personally, a lot of the songs on this record, going into the studio, I had a basic idea of what each song was, but it wasn't until we actually sat down and started recording stuff that I started really fleshing out parts and coming up with stuff that eventually made its way onto the record. So a lot of it was just really organic and just working together and bouncing ideas off each other while we were recording.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool experience to do something like that.
It was a more relaxed scenario.
That's always better, right?
More relaxed scenario than the last album, the structures, where everything was so meticulous, planned out. Which I love that record. I love where we're at with that, but we never want to make the same record twice.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, show growth, right?
Yeah, you
Growing as a
know,
band,
yeah.
yeah, that's big.
Yeah, and then, you know, times you change, you get into other ideas and other things, and musically, so it makes sense.
Talking about being in the studio, I know the live setup is
Mhm.
big for you guys. Your
Mhm.
live sound, just I've heard you guys, it's just wall of sound,
Mhm.
just a lot of different
Thank you.
textures going on. So how did that translate, coming from the studio and then your live setup and touring and
Yeah.
stuff like that? How's that?
I think this version of the band, we play more than any other version of the band did.
Mhm.
So we play a lot. We played a lot of shows. This album is a loud album. I mean, we would do like ambient electronic stuff on the last records, and that comes up, one, because we like that kind of music, but two, also if you're composing music at home alone, you end up using more electronics. Where this EP is almost all strictly live band, but there's definitely some elements of electronic stuff. But so I think us playing more together was attributed to the new songs just being more full band.
And it's a lot more of a raw sound on this album than in previous records. I think a lot of the struggles for previous records was being able to translate our live sound onto a recording.
Right.
That's something that me and Sam have been trying to figure out for the longest time. But
Yeah.
on this EP, we really think we got like super close to that. I really think people are gonna hear these songs, and then when they come see us play live, they'll see like pretty much like a solid performance of what they hear on the recording.
Right. So you guys going to be on tour soon? Is that happening?
Yeah, we're shooting for a short run of dates in October,
Okay.
just around the Northeast.
Okay.
We hope to do a lot more of that in the future,
Yeah.
with a lot of band members just like living in different areas of the Northeast right now. So it makes more sense for us to just get together and try to do as many shows as possible in a short amount of time. So
And we'll have some shows in October and
Yeah.
in December. We'll have some shows booked too, so we'll see what the new year brings
Yeah.
our way. And we got vinyl too coming out
For the people on the West Coast, right?
The vinyl will be for the West Coast.
Yeah.
Specifically, you have
Only
to be
West Coast release,
You can
that's it.
only buy. It's like a Canada release.
Yeah.
That's it.
We wouldn't have it any sold in Canada. Hopefully we would. So we're doing vinyl too for the new EP, which is new for us. People have been asking for that.
I mean, we've been asking for
the
that,
5 people that
yeah.
listen to us have been asking for that, and so that's been really fun. It's our first thing we're getting on vinyl, so the new EP will be out on vinyl, and we're excited. We'll probably have that. We're hoping before the end of the year. It takes a while, so the digital will come out September 4th, and then vinyl hopefully before the new year.
Sometime in the winter.
Yeah.
The next
So
Can't
winter.
wait for it. It's
Yeah, I know
exciting.
you're big into vinyl.
I
too.
love my vinyl. I'm a vinyl guy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Great.
it was great
Thanks for having me.
being with you guys. Thank you for coming.
Great chatting.